उर्वारुक्नान् मृत्युर्मुक्षेमामृता ओ I'm in a jungle, so I want each one of us to feel the greenness, the raw energy of the jungle. Oh, Trayambakam Yamahi, Sugandhim Pushtivardanam, Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshe Mamrita. Oh, Trayambakam. Feel the raw energy of creation, which is nature, and see yourself as pure creation, just like the forest. And each tree is growing towards and connected to the sun. Oh, Trayambakam Nijamahi, Sugandhim Pushtivardanam, Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshe Mamrata. Oh, Trayambakam Nijamahi, Sugandhim Pushtivardanam, Urvaruknan Mrityur Mukshe Mamrata. So I'll tell you today a story. It's a true story, and it's about a person who 32 years ago, so in 1990, suddenly started to go to his job, and he is very poor person, so he works in the field. He's a simple laborer, simple farmhand. So every day he gets up, wears the Indian woman's dress, which is a sari. So for those who just joined, this is a story about a simple farm and very poor in India. It's a true story. And 32 years ago, this person, he was around 30, he is now 62. He just woke up, and out of the blue, he started to wear women's clothes. In India, when a lady of the house or when she has to go out, she not only wears the sari, she also does all the makeup, the traditional Indian makeup. It is called Shringar. Putting vermilion in the where the third eye is to, and probably lipstick and all. That she has to do her Shringar. A very powerful word. So I'll repeat the highlight. 32 years ago, a simple laborer in the farm wakes up, puts on ladies' clothes, all the makeup called Shringar, very traditional acts. In fact, it's a ritual. In all the temples, you have to every day in the morning, the statue of Lord in India, in every temple is given Shringar, which means all the cosmetic work is done as if it's a real life lady of the house or the household lady. And then after putting on all the ladies' cosmetic and getting ready, this simple man walks to his place, which is a farmhand and works in the farm. And everyone laughed at him. Everyone laughed at him. And he was the object of jokes, but he didn't say anything to anyone. Years passed by. Years passed by, and people became used to it. First, they laughed at it, then he was quiet about it, and he continued everything else was normal. But in the morning, he would wake up, wear the traditional Indian ladies' clothes called sari, put up the cosmetics very ritually, walk to his place of work, which is a farmhand, and work as normal. And he would never talk about why he was doing this. And he has been doing it now for 32 years. So everyone laughed and smoked. And especially in even in our places, in any place on the planet, it's a point of people would be first be people are would always be shocked, and out here in North America, people are more polite about expressing their shock. In India, the level of education is very low. The person is living in a very poor strata of society. So when he starts to get up, put every day, one day he's 30 and starts to put on women's clothes, all the cosmetics, walks to his place of work, the farm works and comes back normally, and doesn't tell to anyone what is happening. Today we are looking at the jungle, at the forest, so that each one of us can channel the energy of the creator flowing through the trees, flowing through each one of us. And the hidden intention is that each one of us, just like these trees, is connected to, and at a physical level, we can just say, oh, the tree stops there. But in reality, the rays of the sun are hitting it, and each top of the sun is of the tree is connected to the heart of the sun. Each tree in the forest is being blessed by the sun continually. Same as you, same as me. So we are channeling that raw energy of the sun falling on the top of the tree, energizing it, giving it the green color. And the tree is rooted on the planet Earth, which is the mother. And the roots of the tree go much beyond what we can imagine. They go to the root or to the heart of the mother. So we are exactly like that tree, that our physical bodies are here, but we are both being touched by the creator, just like the sun, from the top and from the lowest chakra, the lowest part of the spine, which is actually rooting us and grounding us to the heart of the mother. So we are fully supported. And we are playing this game of life. And we are going through various motions. So the story is about a poor guy who just starts to wake up, puts on women's clothes. And in India, etc., it's not a very accepting society, very, very traditional. He's made he's the butt of a lot of jokes, and everyone jokes and is laughing at him continually. But after some time, people just get used to this idiosyncrasy. They just get used to it and they stop laughing and they accept him as it is. After sometimes, even in places like India, this happens. And he keeps on with his ritual, but doesn't ever talk to anyone about why he's doing it like. In everything else, he has mother, he has father. No, he has some relatives, but not mother. He continues his life as normal. So one day, once 21 years are over, someone asked him, so around 10, 11 years ago, and now he tells the story that he was born in that very poor village where he still lives. And to make more money, he went to the city. It was Calcutta. He went to the city of Calcutta to make some money and ended up working for as a courier boy to buy some food and then make that food. He was working for a restaurant and he would be sent to the market to buy groceries so that the restaurant will then cook them and it will provide food to the people who were coming to the restaurant. So he started working for that. He was initially working as the waiter, then they made him that go guy to get the groceries. And he was such a hardworking person and he was very simple. And in the city, he wasn't really fitting well, but he was very honest about it. And one of the shopkeepers from where he was buying noticed that this guy is just around 20 years and he is very decent and very polite in contrast to the city slickers, etc. And the shopkeeper, he was from a different caste. This also was a factor. Told this boy, you know what, you are from the poor segment, but let become my son-in-law. I have a beautiful daughter. She is young and I cannot find a groom for. And this is a very common problem in India, as is everywhere. So I'm looking for a husband for my daughter, but I cannot find anyone who I can trust. And you see, you are a decent guy. I'll go with that. So this boy who was just 20, he met the girl and he didn't have his relatives. His village was far off. He said yes, and he started living with the wife. They got married with the father-in-law, and he started living in the father-in-law's house. But after 1 year, he suddenly had a pang, and he said, "My village, I left it." And some people from his village came and say that you are here, you have got married, but in the people in your village, they are still suffering. They don't know. We haven't really been talking with them. So this guy again suddenly he leaves the city, goes back to the village to meet his parents, and the parents say, "You married out of the caste and this and that. Uh, we can't really let you go back. That girl is from another caste, and it was the marriage happened without our consent and without the consent of the whole village, and so it's not really proper." So they did not let him go back. And this guy also felt comfortable that he didn't really like the city hustle bustle. He had to take care of his parents. They were now older. So he sort of forgot about his marriage and his wife in the city. And then after a year, again he felt this pang that, oh, I've done something wrong. I left my wife and my father-in-law who had trusted me. So he told his family that he's going to be looking for work, but he again went to Calcutta. Went to Calcutta, found the shop, met with his father-in-law, and the father-in-law started crying and said, "You were gone for more than a year." He said, "That's okay, I'm back. Where is my wife?" He said, "She committed suicide." Oh, this person is now in so much because of me, because of my mindlessness, because of my being not being shy about it and not sharing. My wife has committed suicide. It's on me. And now there is nothing holding him in the city. He comes back to his village and is very depressed. Lives for us some time like that. And then within the course of a year, something strange happens in his now this is India, rural India. The whole village is sort of connected, is connected to each other. Everyone is uncle, aunt, and all that. So within 1 year, this person has 18 deaths in his family. So he counts them that within a year, his parents died who were old, but then his brothers and their wives and their children. And some of them, there was one family, there were 4 children, and all of them died. So 18 people died in one family. And he was very much at a loss. Why is this happening? It is against all, statistically, it is impossible. So he prayed. He got afraid and he prayed. And then he says that in the night, in the dreams, my wife came to me, the one who had committed suicide. And of course, she blamed him even in dreams. Whether this was real or not, it does not matter. He too, he takes it for real. And she said that you are the cause of my death. Now you have to do some sort of a compensation, retribution. The cause of all those 18 deaths in your family is my anger. You have to pacify me. He said, you are dead. How can I pacify you? She says, you cannot discuss this dream ever, but you will have to live the life that I wanted to live. So from that day, he started to wear the girls' clothes. And well, women's clothes. And he would pretend that through him, his wife is living. And he did that first for a year. But he also noticed that first the people made fun of him, jokes about him, they calmed down. But he also noticed that now there were no more deaths in the family. So his belief that his dead wives who had committed suicide on his behalf, she has been pacified. That strategy is working. And that is why he kept on after that, wearing clothes, acting like a woman for 32 years now. So on the surface, we always are going to see the tree, but beneath the surface, beneath everything, there's an effort to seek God, to make up for the wrongs that we have done in the past, to seek forgiveness and to forgive. On the surface, no one else will even notice it. Or people will be in a different vibration. They will not be able to understand why someone is closing eyes and praying to a God that no one can see, touch, and feel. And I was in situations where, in an office where I said, "Oh, I believe in a higher power." And after that, because I was in an IT department, every day someone would come to me and prove to me how stupid I was. They would bring YouTube videos. Hey, look, this guy is scamming the people. He's asking for donations. This priest is asking for donations to buy himself a plane, and these sort of YouTubes every day, every day. And you just have to take it with a grain of salt. Like you can't be angry, etc. You just enjoy the process if you can. But it does it does lead to behavior. Your belief in a higher power will lead to behavior where you will have a disconnect. For example, oh, why didn't you buy the shares? Why didn't you buy a home? Why didn't you get the latest car? Why didn't you spend money on this? Why didn't you do this to make more money? Because you would be doing everything which is pragmatical, but you may not be practical now, because the abundance of spirituality will pacify your heart so that you cannot function aggressively in a world which is very, very overtly materialistic, overtly pragmatic. And being pragmatic and practical, it ultimately just means that money is the supreme value factor in your life. It does not mean anything more than that. It just means, oh, you were really good, you were correct that you did like this, and so many other people sort of suffered, but you made $5. And it happens at all levels. People will avoid paying, let's say, taxes which are used to support the society and this infrastructure in which we live proudly. But then you are not spiritual. Then you are not spiritual. To be spiritual means that you are slightly off. To be spiritual means that you are slightly the butt of the jokes. To be spiritual means that you are the odd, unpractical, but what you know, you know. Just like this person believed that he talked with his wife's spirit, and after that there were no more deaths. Your belief power will enhance your life so that the opinions of the practical world will have, I won't say zero value, because that means that you will be totally disconnected and non-functional. But you will have your own self-respect and value for your own judgment, for your own value system, for your own belief system, which is totally your own. You don't even have to justify that you trust in a God. Okay, you trust in a God. People will, how can I trust in a God in which there is a war in Putin, there are sick children and all that? And it's because the rationale of the universe is beyond human thinking. But it will be visible if you will close your eyes and see your life as life after life, immersive experience in which you have hurt the people who are able to hurt you now. If you have not hurt anyone in the past life, in the present life, that person cannot hurt you unless it's a new karmic cycle. And if someone manages to hurt you, means you have walked into a restaurant and not paid the bill, and now you're just paying the bill. So there is a balancing act. And the balancing act will leave you, in the Russian, the word is achista. You have been now cleaned up. So with that cleanup, accept all the pain, all the pain arising from unpracticality that is flowing towards all of us, including death. The pain of death is the most scary one. Accept it all as a blessing. See yourself as a tree whose real top is connected and is at the heart of the sun, whose roots are in reality connected and in the heart of the mother, getting the support from the mother, getting the blessing from the universe. We are functioning all this on this planet. If we did not have it, we just won't be able to function. And our job is not to be practical or money minded or make money, which is a side effect. Our job is to be fully cognizant, spiritual powers, blessing and helping others. Blessing and healthy meditation. Blessing and healthy love. Closing your eyes, just see that from your heart, a ray of light connecting you to the heart. A ray of light is rooting you and connecting you at a physical level to the Mother Earth. And another ray of light from your heart going to the sun above. See yourself as a tree. Channel the energy of the tree, of the full tree, not just the tree that you see. Understanding the story, know that whatever pain, whatever acts you're doing, they can be unpractical. Because being practical just means that people think that if you live all your life just making money, then you have done a good deal. It's a good life. It's not. You came to this planet to do spiritual acts, and you started to just go around in circles working for money. It's as if you are given a Porsche or a Ferrari to drive in a race. And in the racing experience, instead of enjoying the speed and everything, you start taking care of the oil which has to be put in the machine, of how much the tires have got the trade, what the engine is in the, but you're taking care only of the machine and not of the driver which is driving, and not enjoying the driver's experience of the race. And the more faster, the more there are ups and downs in the race, the more you are learning in the race of life. So closing eyes, go beyond practicality and unpracticality. Go beyond that which can be seen and understood. Go to your core godliness. In the center of your heart is the infinity of universe known as godliness. The universe is in you, and we are in the universe. We are in the universe, and the universe is reflected in each one of our hearts. And just feel Om Namo Shiva. Now match, adjust, manipulate the flow of energy inside your body. It's called pranayama. This is the real pranayama with the breathing. Om, breathe in from the crown of the head. Om. Let it drop to your heart. Namo means not me. Shiva, exude. Exude rays of love from your heart and become infinity of Shiva. So you breathe out from the heart. Om Namo Shiva. Om, breathe in from the crown of the head. Shiva, breathe out from your heart. Blessing, sending blessings to everything and everything. Om Namo Shiva. 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 Om Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shivaya. 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 Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in heaven as on this day give us our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us from temptation, deliver us from evil. Thine is the power, the glory. Om Triambakam Yajame, Sugandhim Pushtivardanam, Urvarukam Niteram Kshemam. Om Bhurvus Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodaya. Om Purnamade Purnamade Purnat Purnamade Purnasya Purnameda Purnamevavishishyate. Om Astu Ma Satmaya Tamso Ma Jyotirgumaya Mrityum Ma Amritamaya. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sarve Shantu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasya Dikte. Om Shanti 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 Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Galia Om. We are all sending love, light, and laughter with Om Namo Shanti flowing through us to Galia and to everyone individually. Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. To Hal, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Heather, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Heather. Laura, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Laura, Jean, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Jean. Katya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Katya. Marina, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Marina. Paras, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Preeti, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Preeti. Tammy, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Tammy. Zarina, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Keep on praying. You'll feel the energy and the vibration flowing through you as a blessing to others. From your heart, that your heart is always smiling. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.